Welcome back, ghouls and boils. And oh, here's Jimmy again. Hi, Jim. No, you cannot sit on the board. You cannot sit on the cards. You cannot sit on any pieces. So yeah, that's why I only stream like one board game a month. Basically, that's pretty much it. Hey, buddy, come here. Come on, up here. Jim. Oh, so one thing I forgot is when the journalist was slain, he loses his doom token. You can only have it until you get sent to the hospital, which is nice. Unfortunately, now we are in a real bad position. So let's see what we can do to get out of it. So basically, it really seems like I'm not going to get rid of the Ozark Howler anytime soon, and maybe I should focus on the Mothman, who's actually pretty close to being defeated. What do I need to do to defeat the Mothman? I need to spend 10 or more in yellow tokens after having opened up all of his traps. So, like, for instance, journalist starts out here. I could go 1, 2, open the trap, 3, 4, and grab those items. Stop that, Jimmy. And then this is the time of night that Jimmy decides he wants to be a jerk. What is happening? I just got like a text message. Anyway, if you jump up on there one more time, Jimmy, I swear. All right, so that could be a good move. And then the Mothman's at that point ready to be killed. And then we just need the items. And then the next turn would be the Psychic's turn. She's in the same spot with the Mountain Man and the Jock. So she's got 5 worth of yellow tokens. They've each got 2. So that's still not enough. Is there anything else on this spot? No. Oh yeah, and also remember the Mothman can only be defeated on a spot with an open trap token. I think Chupacabra is going to be the last one. Oh, what did I get for Cave-In? Place the Ozark Howler at any location. Not really that useful. Or move any monster 3 locations. That could be useful. I mean, at the very least, I could use that to get the Chupacabra, or get the Mothman onto that open trap location, but not on this turn. Let's see. What if I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Now, what was I? Or I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would give him 8. I think that's probably the best move. And then Dr. Chalice is going over here. So let's go 1, 2, open up this trap, 3, 4, and 5. We'll open up the other trap. So now at least all of those traps are open. So we can start trying to defeat the Mothman. And then we're going to have to draw a card. And I'm trying to determine, before I draw the card, if I should move the Mothman. Because I want him in this general area. See, the next turn is going to be the Psychic. So she could move straight to this spot, grab that 4, do a trade with the Journalist, and then move here. And then hopefully, but then the Jock's still over here and the Mountain Man are still over here. So Mothman's not going to, well, then we could move Mothman. So let's see, on the next turn, we're going to move her to there. That's 1 action. 2 to take the poison. Okay, actually, I think it's the same number of actions. If I left the trap closed and instead grab the 2 items, then I could do just 1 trade, but then she'd still need to open that trap. So that's not, doesn't seem like a huge advantage. So she goes up here. It's 1, 2, do a trade, 3. I think it's still not enough unless she does a trade on this location where she currently is. She's got a 5. She could take the protective vest from the Mountain Man and the other token from the Jock. So that's 1 action. Warp up here. Grab the poison. That's 1 for the trade. 2 to warp. 3 to grab the poison. Then move the Mothman. Then she could defeat the Mothman. Okay. Sounds good. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, the Hunger. Move Chupacabra to the closest player holding a brown token, which is a tie. And I believe there's a special rule that Chupacabra breaks, like all ties are broken in favor of goats or something like that. I put the rule book away. I think it's anybody with a brown token. I don't think it has to be a person with a goat. So in this case, I think it's still just a flat, straight tie. And then Chupacabra would not actually activate. So let's have Chupacabra go over here, because he's not activating anyway. And then hopefully everybody moves away from that space, and it's a dead-end space, so it's easier to sort of just leave Chupacabra behind there. And then monsters are moving like crazy this round. So Ozark Howler is going first, and he's moving 3. 1, 2... We'll go 3. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's have him go 1, 2, 3 here instead, because then he's more out of the way. If I'm moving up out away from that area. Although we're going to the stadium eventually. Yeah, let's have him move over here. And then Mothman would move 3 and then attacks with just 1 die. And he's going to target the... Let's have him target the Psychic. She's got a ton of tokens. Or the Jock. Because the Jock can easily get more tokens. Whereas we might want those tokens for whatever's over here. because we're going to defeat the Mothman now, and then we're going to go after the Ozark Howler immediately after that. Doesn't matter who she... We'll target the Psychic. All right, it's a hit. We'll discard the Walking Stick, which is only worth 1. Okay, perfect. And then it's the Psychic's turn, and I already mathed this one out. She's going to trade. And poison is worth 4, so she's going to take a shovel from the Jock. Does she want to give tokens to anybody? Let's see, the Jock is going to stay on this space. I think maybe the Jock should give some tokens to the Mountain Man. Maybe she and the Jock can give some tokens to the Mountain Man. Let's have her hold on to this. Let's give a goat token to the Mountain Man. She should hold on to at least 1 token because she's going to be on the same space as the Chupacabra after she defeats the Mothman. I think this is good, and then everybody has 2 tokens. Although, really, we should give another one to the Mountain Man. We don't know what this is. Let's see, we've already done 7 plus of blue, a brown and a blue, and a yellow and a brown. So I don't know what all of the tokens are. I didn't look at them before the game. But we have no idea what this one could be. So it doesn't really help us. We'll just stick with that for now. So that's 1 action is sharing, 2 is moving up here to the same space as the journalist, 3 is taking these 2 tokens. In fact, I am going to give... let's give the blue camera to the Mountain Man as well. So 3... and then we're going to use the Cave-In card to move any monster 3 locations. We'll move the Mothman there. Now, I do need to go get the rules because Mothman has like special rules about the traps. I don't know if it's anytime he moves or just when he activates. Jimmy? Oh, come on. Seriously? It says when the Mothman enters an area with a trap token, it must stop its movement. And the next time it has a monster action, Mothman may move its normal. I don't know if that should count for when I'm forcing the Mothman to move. I feel like it shouldn't. Particularly because I'm going to lose the game if it doesn't. I'm just going to rule that this is allowed because otherwise I have to redo this entire turn from the scratch. Let me see. I'm gonna just rule that this is okay because the point of the traps is to advantage the players. I don't think, and thematically, this is supposed to be a cave-in that like transports the Mothman gets caught in this cave-in and thus has to like use the underground tunnels to go to somewhere else. So I think I'm okay. I feel a little. I always feel a little weird when I make a judgment call like this that advantages me in a cooperative game, but otherwise the game is essentially going to be lost. So we'll just rule that is okay. Yeah. All right. So we use that card to move Mothman up here, and then we're going to attack Mothman as our final action. So we've got 9, 10, 11 power worth. So we're going to hit Mothman over the head with the shovel. And then we're going to shove the torch into his face, blinding him. And then we are going to use the poison, which I think is actually mothballs. We're going to use the mothballs, and we're going to finally defeat Mothman. So Mothman's out of the game. That means his monster mat no longer is activated. And any Mothman tokens are removed from the board. So these 4 trap tokens are removed from the board. The Eye of the Mothman is also removed from the board. And we're just gonna put all that stuff over. Well, we'll put that stuff on top of his monster mat. And then the frenzy token goes to the next monster. Perfect. Okay. Oh, man, should I have done that? I feel really conflicted about that ruling because I think, according to a strict reading of the rules, that is not possible. Is there any other way to have done the turn? Not really. She could have gone up there. No, but then I wouldn't be at a location with a trap. Gone up there, grabbed the things, go back here, done trading, and given all of the items to the jock. I guess let's do it that way. I'm not going to worry about putting all those things back on the board. So she's going to go up here, grab those 2 items, come back down, and then those 3 items that I just spent, the poison, the torch, and the shovel, she's giving to the jock in this trade scenario. And then the Mothman is still here. And we'll just do the 2 nearest traps. And there's a trap here and a trap here. And then this card is still in the possession of El Jocko. Sure. Whatever. And then watch me draw a card that just like messes everything up. We'll see. Well, Chupacabra and Mothman are both activating. So if this activation ends up killing somebody, I'll say I told you so. So 2 items are going to come out. A horse at the resort with Sydney. I think it's Sydney's horse, actually. And a compass at the diner. And then Chupacabra is going to attack our friend the journalist with 2 dice. He got 1 hit, so the journalist is going to discard the pig. And then the Mothman is going to attack. Let's have the Mothman attack I think there's no way. Yeah, we'll have the Mothman attack the Jock. Oh, no, that's exactly what I was afraid of. See, this is why, if I had gotten rid of the Mothman on the previous turn... So what this means is, instead of the hit that I rolled, the Mothman deals 1 hit to everybody at this location. And then moves toward his eye, his evil eye, which was back at the campground, along the path that brings him into contact with as many victims as possible. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, no. He goes 1. No, because this is the weirdest design choice. So the whole thing about the trap is that when the Mothman moves onto the trap, he stops his movement. But it specifically says ignore any hits rolled. Move Mothman along the shortest possible route to the location of the eye, ignoring all traps. This is ridiculous. Yeah, we're gonna just rule. I don't want to mess with this. Like, it's gonna make the game last like 5 extra turns. We're gonna rule the ruling that I had initially. So he's up here. Mothman is defeated. We're not gonna mess with that. You can tell me that I'm a wimp or whatever in the comments if you want. But I think thematically this makes sense. And like I said, because otherwise what's going to happen is he's going to kill Dr. Chalice. He's going to hit all of these, so everyone has to discard an item. And he's going to move all the way up here, which means there's absolutely no way to kill him on the next turn. Although there was a trap up there too, but the Jock can't get up there. So it would have to be the Mountain Man who kills him. It would just be a huge mess. So we're just going to say that I killed him. And therefore the Mothman does not activate. Excellent. Sorry. I'm sorry, Integrity Police. I'm so sorry. You know, that would have essentially ended the game, though. Okay. Who's up next? It's the Jock, and he doesn't have these 3 items because we actually used them. All right, what are you going to do, Jock? Let's see. He's going to go... Dr. Chalice needs to go down here, so that's not very useful. Let's grab these 2 items from the adjacent location. 1... 2. Let's move Mari over to his space. 3. And she's going to town center. So let's just move her down here. 4. Sure. That seems good to me. Oh, and we did spend this cave-in card. All right, next activation. No items come out. It's a Jersey Devil, which means we skip the event portion. Bigfoot and Chupacabra and the Frenzied Monster. Well, now Chupacabra is the Frenzied Monster. So Chupacabra is going to now activate twice. He's going to roll 2 dice. The journalist only has a pickaxe to defend himself. So we're going to... Oh, he's going to attack the psychic anyway because she has some animals, some delicious livestock. Okay, so all he rolled was a power symbol, which means I get to remove a brown token from anywhere on the board. Let's remove this bear from the campground. And then he's going to attack her again. And this time he got a hit. And we're going to discard the wolf. let's read that rule again about breaking ties with the Chupacabra. If there's more than one choice, Chupacabra will move toward an investigator with a brown item token in their possession. It doesn't necessarily say anything about attacking the ones with the brown item token, which is another kind of ambiguity in the rules. I feel like there's going to be a lot of errata in this game if they even care that much about the game. I feel like because this is kind of marketed more toward like mass market audience, they might not even bother fixing these rule ambiguities or even addressing them, as I've never seen any official answers in the Board Game Geek. All right. Mountain Man. So I think I am going to warp up here. We're going to reveal the next thing for the Ozark Howler. And this is a discard a yellow and a blue. So we're going to discard a yellow and a blue to do that path. And we're just going to stay up here. Yep, that sounds good to me. The Groundskeeper. All right, so we get 3 items. 1, 2, 3. These are my last 3 items in the bag, which means next time I need to draw items, I get to shuffle them all up. Pocket knife at the general store. Is this the general store up here? Yeah. And a rifle at the bait shop. Poison and a rifle. And the Groundskeeper. Groundskeeper Abe. Groundskeeper Abe has appeared at the cemetery. And then the Frenzied Monster is going to attack, and that is, once again, the Chupacabra. And once again, we'll have him attack the Psychic. Please just roll 1 hit. 1 hit. Okay, so he's eaten the goat that she was carrying around with her. But at least she is not defeated. There's some really good citizen cards, like that are really good for the players. They must be at the bottom of the deck. There's only 6 cards left in the deck, which means if I don't defeat the Jersey Devil and the Chupacabra in 6 turns, we've lost the game. Forget about even the terror track. Okay. The Journalist's turn. Okay, I think he's going to... He's got 5 activations. We kind of want to get rid of the Chupacabra because I don't want to leave the Psychic here for the Chupacabra to just attack her. So, but let's see. There's just a pocket knife here. That's it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick up the pocket knife for 1. Then I'm going to give the pocket knife and the pickaxe. To the Psychic. That's 2. 3. What I really need is a brown token, but those are all way down at the bottom. I might just do 4 actions this turn with the Journalist, because if I put him here, if I move him over here, then he's going to get attacked by the Ozark Howler. If I guide a citizen over here, then that citizen is going to get attacked by the Ozark Howler. So I might just move him over here, safety and numbers. And then just end the turn there. And then it's going to be the Psychic's turn next turn. All right, what do I need to do to defeat the Ozark Howler? Just one yellow, one blue, and one brown. Because I'm actually at the point where I can defeat him. I can do this last token, and as long as I don't get another one of those awful cards that put more track tokens out, then I can defeat the Ozark Howler soon. I think I can, on the Psychic's turn, I can get rid of that last token. But then I think it's going to be the Mountain Man who's going to actually defeat the Ozark Howler. And then we still have the Chupacabra to deal with. Yeah, I think this is good. And we're going to draw a card. Let's see what we get. The Salesman. So we got 2 more items. My bag is completely empty, which means I'm going to put all of these discarded tokens in and shuffle them all up. All right, so it's going to be the Chupacabra again, it looks like. 2 items. What do we got? A goat at the general store. That's nice. And poison, also at the general store. Very nice, actually. And then Big Willie is at the motel. And then Jersey Devil would activate, but there's no Jersey Devil. And then the Mothman, not the Mothman, the Chupacabra, the frenzied monster, attacks for 2 against the Psychic. And hits her for 1. Discard a blue one or a yellow one? I'm going to need yellow ones more than I need blue ones. So we're going to discard the pocket knife. Perfect. All right. So now it is the Psychic's turn. So what she's going to do, she's going to pick up these 2 tokens, a goat and poison. That's 1 action. She's going to move to the same spot as any other investigator, which is the Mountain Man. That's 2 actions. She's going to discard, say, the goat and the poison. And that is my last trail token, 3. And then she's going to move to the spot where everyone else is for 4. And then on the Jock's turn, which is next, he can grab that 1 yellow token from her, or he doesn't even need to. Yeah, maybe she should stay up here. There's just nothing for her to do for her last action, or maybe she'll just move 1 space over here. Because on the Jock's turn, he can move over here, grab 1, the helmet from the adjacent. That's 2, 3, and then kill the Ozark Howler. Great. This is looking good, actually. See, this is what I was saying before. The 4 investigators against 3 cryptids is a real nail biter. I think we'll do it like that. So then, just hopefully this isn't just another one of those awful Ozark Howler cards. Come on. No, it's one of the really good citizen cards. So 3 items come out. One, two, 3. A shovel at the town center, a pig at the bait shop, and a goat at the high school. And then place Ranger Elena at the ranger station. Move each citizen 1 space toward their safe location. And then the frenzied monster is going to attack. So once again, I think Ranger Elena is going to bite it the moment that she comes out because she moves one space toward her safe location, which is the campground. Marie moves one space toward her safe location, which is the town center. Dr. Shally does the same thing. Abe does the same thing, which is the stadium. Sydney moves one space toward the motel. Willie moves one space toward the tavern. Which is where? Down here. So he could go down. Let's have him do that. Let's see, is that the same number of spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll have him go down instead. So he's a little bit more out of the way of the monsters. But then the downside is the only activation here is a frenzied monster. But this is the Chupacabra. And the Chupacabra is directly next to Ranger Elena. And he says, I smell goats. Why do you smell like goats, Ranger? He's going to go over here. He's going to attack her for 2. If he rolls even 1 success, she dies. And he rolled 1 success. So Ranger Elena is going to our graveyard down here. And we move the terror marker up by 1. 1 more, and we lose the game. We've got 5 more cards left in the deck. And again, if we don't defeat them before then, we lose the game. But we are set up in a good spot for the Jock to now defeat the Ozark Howler. And all that's left is to somehow find goats. Oh, this is a bad thing. I should have maybe dealt with the Chupacabra first because I need cards in order to put the goats out on the board. I need 4 goats, or I need 3 more goats. I have 1 goat out on the board. And 1 goat the Mountain Man has. So I just need one of these cards to be a goat somewhere close to the farm, and then we can win. Otherwise, we cannot possibly win. Wish me luck. Okay. It is the Jock's turn. So we already sort of planned out the move. 1, he's going to grab the helmet and the goat. 2, 3, and he's going to spend, at the Ozark Howler's location, use 1 helmet, 1 yellow. He's going to spend 1, doesn't really matter, lantern and the wolf to defeat the Ozark Howler. So he shines the lantern. He says, Monster, I've tracked you to your lair. All these mine shafts under the tunnel have brought me here. The wolf bites the Ozark Howler, and the Jock uses his baseball bat, which you can see he's holding, and swings, and the Ozark Howler is defeated. Which means my nice little Doom token is taken off the board. Let's see what this last token would have been. 5+ of yellow. Yeah, that would have been bad. So we're going to flip this over to show that he's been defeated. There. And this token goes there too. So all that's left is to get rid of the Chupacabra, but easier said than done. Wish me luck. Okay. And then we're going to draw a card. Oh, this is lucky. This is that awful Ozark Howler card. Dead End. So since the Ozark Howler is defeated, we don't have to worry about that. We do get our 2 items, and then the Chupacabra is going to attack somebody. The Jock, it looks like. All right. 2 brown tokens, but neither of them are goats. A bear has shown up in the campground, and a horse at the mansion. And Chupacabra is going to move toward the closest investigator with a brown token, which is our Jock. And it's going to attack with 2 dice. And actually misses with both dice, which is quite lucky. And he did that because he is the frenzied monster, being the only monster left. Okay. All right, Mountain Man's turn. So I kind of had a plan for him. I'm going to have him use his knowledge of secret paths to go here. And he's going to grab this goat from the Jock, and then he's going to move down here to the farm. And then on his next activation, he can put those 2 goats back and put them back in their pen. Yeeps. Yeeps creeps. So we've got 4 turns left. So he's going to draw a card at the end of his turn. Let's sort of plan this out. And then Journalist, Psychic, and then the Jock. So by the end of the Jock's next turn, we have to have defeated the Chupacabra. I think we get 1 turn after that. Let me see. How do we lose the game? Yeah. We get 1 more turn. So after the Jock, we get 1 more turn, and then we've lost the game. So really what I need to do is get these goats in their pens before the Mountain Man's next turn, and the Jock needs to get some yellow items. Oh, dear. Well, we'll see what happens. Another dead end. Oh man, I got really lucky with that. So it seems like you either save the Ozark Howler for last, or you have to be able to defeat it really quickly. Like, get all of the items you might possibly need, and then move up there and just bam, 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 get all of those path tokens. Anyway, these are not yellow or goats. All right, a walking stick at the resort and a flashlight at the tavern. And then, once again, it's just the Chupacabra. He's going to attack the Jock. He rolled just a power, which means he can discard any brown token anywhere on the board. Let's have him do... I don't think anyone's going over to the resort, so let's have him discard the horse. All right. All right, it's the journalist's turn. So what is the most useful thing to do? I think maybe escorting some of these fine folks. So I'm going to go... He has no items to defend himself with, but then again, it's just the Jock. Like, the Chupacabra is not going to move from where the Jock is. So I think I don't need to waste an action picking up items. So 1, we're going to move Marie down to the town center, which rescues her, which means we get a perk. Supply drop. Each player draws and places 1 item from the item bag. I'm going to use that right away. So each player in this case means each investigator. So we get to draw 4. A goat at the diner. Very nice. Bear trap at the cabin. A fishing pole at the bait shop. And a pocket knife at the gas station. Okay. All right, so that was 1 action to move there, 2 actions to move her to the town center. Three to bring Abe up here. 4 and then 5 to move down here with Abe and Dr. Chally, or Dr. Chalice, however you want to say it, which rescues both of them, and we get 2 more perks. All right, equip. An investigator may give any number of items to one investigator no matter where they are, and chopper lift, place an investigator at any location. That could come in handy. To defeat the Chupacabra, after we get all the goats, we just need 6 yellow items. Where's the goat? I think I can do it. Okay. And then we have to draw a card, and hopefully this doesn't mess everything up. All right, 2 items come out, and the Chupacabra activates again. We're rolling 3 dice this time. Oh, geez. A fishing pole at the tavern, and a big torch at the cabin. And then Chupacabra's going to roll 3 dice. Please don't kill the jock, because that would end the game. Please, please don't kill the jock. Please. Please don't kill the jock. 2 hits. Wow. That was super close. All right. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. It's the psychic's turn. Okay, so what she can do, so she gets 4 actions. We can use the chopper lift to move her somewhere. So I'm thinking we're going to use the chopper lift to move her to the diner, grab that goat. Then she moves to the mountain man. It's not enough to actually put all the goats back, though. If only the mountain man could go before the jock, but that's not how this game works. Damn. This is tough. I think we're going to lose from running out of time. Got 2 more cards in here. And we've got to set it up somehow so that the jock, on his turn, can defeat the Chupacabra. I'm thinking. If I can somehow get the Chupacabra down to the farm, that would be one thing I could do. Because then either the jock or the mountain man could defeat the Chupacabra. So I might actually use my equip token or my chopper lift token to move the jock rather than the what's her name? The psychic. So let's kind of so I think one action would be grabbing these 2 tokens, which gives me enough barely to attack the Chupacabra. I just need 6 plus, so any 2 of those would work. 1, 2. So that's 1, 2. No, that's not enough. I think I can do it, but it's going to be real dicey. So if I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I use my equip card to give all of these tokens to the jock. No, I'll give all the tokens to the mountain man. All right. So what was that? 1 to grab the 2 things off the cabin, 2 to go to the location with the jock, 3 to go to the diner, 4 to pick up the goat, and then use the chopper lift. It's real dicey, but I think no, because no. Oh, geez. Okay. Let's put these back. Okay, so because I need to get the chupacabra down close to the farm. But I need that goat. And then on the jock's turn, so what I'm thinking is I can win the game if I defeat the chupacabra using the mountain man. Now the mountain man can go anywhere, so I don't actually need the chupacabra on the farm. Yeah, that works. Okay, so we're going to use 1 action to grab these 2 tokens. 2 actions to grab to move over here. 3 to move over here. 4 to grab the goat. We're going to use the equip to give it all to the mountain man, except she's going to keep 1. She'll keep the bear trap. And that's just for self-defense, basically. And then the chopper lift to get the jock out of there. So then the next time the chupacabra activates, it's going to go after her. She's only got 1 token to defend herself with. On the jock's turn, he's going to have to use... Let's see. Maybe I can leave her with another token. On the jock's turn, he's going to have to use 1 action to get the goats from the mountain man. Then 3 actions to put the goats back in their pens. Then on the mountain man's turn, he can go straight to where the chupacabra is and defeat it. So that's 1 action to move and 1 action to defeat the chupacabra. So I could technically leave her with 1 more token. Then the jock wouldn't need to take all the goats. He can take 2 goats from the chupacabra and grab the shovel using his other action. I think I'm going to do it that. I'm sure it makes no sense to you. But we're going to leave her with the pickaxe and the bear trap. Leave the mountain man with the torch and that goat. And we're going to draw a card and see what happens. Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is that other really good citizen card I was talking about, the sheriff. So we get 3 items out. A pistol at the sheriff's station, a pistol at the motel, and a goat at the stadium. Then we get Sheriff Ford appears at the sheriff's station. Then each citizen moves 1 space toward their safe location. So he's going to the ranger station. We'll have him go here. We'll have Willie go here. She's going toward the motel. They'll go here. Who else is on the board? I think that's all of it for citizens. They're just all in 1 spot. But the Chupacabra is not going to go after them because the Psychic is still there. And then Chupacabra activates, moves up to 3 spaces. She's going to move straight next door to the Psychic and roll. And please, please, please do not roll any hits. Come on. I should have had my little girl out here doing the rolls. She did such a good job. All right, 1 hit. That's okay. I can survive 1 more attack. That's why I made sure to get this extra 1. That's okay. I just can't get more than 1 hit next time. All right. This is really down to the wire. All right, it's the jock's turn. So he's going to grab the shovel for 1 action. No, that doesn't work out. That doesn't work out, I don't think. Oh, no, it does, because then he does a share, and he can take and give. So he gives the shovel, and he takes 2 goats. So that's 2 actions, then 3, 4, he puts the 2 goats back in their pens. And then on the Mountain Man's turn, he's got a shovel and a torch. And he can put a goat back in its pen, then go straight for the Chupacabra. Last card in the deck, what is it? Those eyes. Oh, this is actually good because the Chupacabra doesn't activate. 2 items come out. We're going to defeat the Chupacabra. A handsaw at the campground and a goat also at the campground. Mothman's no longer in play, so that doesn't matter. And then, this is it. All right. Mountain Man, he's going to put the goat into its pen. He's going to use his secret trails to move up to the diner, and he's going to shine the torch directly in the Chupacabra's face, blinding it, and then whack it straight over the head with a shovel, therefore thereby knocking out the Chupacabra and winning the game at the very last possible moment. The last action of the last turn with only 1 space remaining on the terror track. That is essentially as close as a game could possibly be. And that's even with interpreting the rules slightly in my favor. So that is Horrified American Monsters. Thank you for joining me for this. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a nice little spooky treat. That was a poltergeist. Don't worry about it. Let it go. That was a nice little spooky treat on the day before Halloween. I hope you had fun. I did. As exasperating as it was in certain moments, I think I had fun overall. So I welcome you back for the next one. I hope you do. Like I said at the end of my last video, if you enjoyed watching this, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to leave comments. Let me know what you wanted me to play next. And feel free to not subscribe if you don't like it. I honestly, the thing that I dislike the most about how about YouTube and Twitch, and I don't know if TikTok is like this at all. It's just the constant like self-advertisement. I'm old enough that I remember back when when YouTube was entirely just videos that people uploaded and they're not trying to get any monetary compensation for it, just videos that they want to share. And that's kind of how I like the internet to be. But that's not how it is these days. So you kind of have to say, please like and subscribe. But I'm going to leave it up to you. All right. Have a very, very spooky night. I'll see you possibly tomorrow for some more spooky things. I'm going to see if maybe we can play a little Luigi's Mansion with the little one, or we might even play Go Away Monster, one of the scariest games ever created. So tune in for that for sure. I'll post, updates on my Twitter. All right. Have a great night, everyone. I cannot stop talking, apparently. Gonna say it's that paranormal activity demon again. All right. Ciao, Bella.